since we haven't done a Yu Yu Hakusho topic in a long time, this is one that I've really been wanting to talk about for a while, because we sometimes when we get into the Yu Yu Hakusho stuff, we actually do kind of discuss him. And to me, he's one of the bigger characters that brings a lot more substance to the show. To me, he's also one of the more wiser characters. A lot of amount of knowledge, a lot of fighting techniques, a lot of skills. He's always got something in his bag, so to speak. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about what we're both going to talk about, Kurama.
It's my guy, bro.
Kurama, man. There's a lot you could say about him. A lot about like his character, who he is. We kind of honestly, whenever we talk about him, we use him as an analyzation of how he was able to see like humans, even though he was a demon, see humans as like, not as evil or as wrong. He was able to connect with them because of his mother, of his human mother. So there's a lot of things we could talk about Kurama. Do you have any favorite maybe fights that Kurama's been in that you can remember?
The Dark Tournament, when he first turned into the fox, the legendary fox.
Bro, I was just gonna say that.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? I watched the episode last night. Now I think about it.
It's a good episode, bro. It just make you realize, like, that made me realize how powerful this dude actually was. He was already pretty powerful and very tactical. He's like the calming spirit of the group. He's very calm. He keeps everything grounded.
Very level-headed, extremely level-headed. And even in that fight, like, you could see how like powerful he was when he first became the legendary fox, and the fact that everyone knew who Yoko Kurama was. Everyone had heard stories of him. Everyone knew, he had that status. He really didn't have to prove anything. That's how you know, like, this guy is the real deal.
It's surprising that no one put two and two together the entire time. That they knew his name was Kurama. You know what I mean? But they didn't realize he was the fox.
Well, EA knew. EA knew.
He knew. Yeah.
Because that's why he teamed up with him from the beginning when they went to go steal those 3 sacred items from King Yama's vault.
Yeah, I'm just talking about everybody else. Like, how did nobody see that coming? Now that I think about it, put it in perspective, in hindsight.
Yep, and even talking about like him being the spirit fox, I think that's one of the few things that, one of the many things that Yu Yu Hakusho pulls from like actual Japanese culture when it comes to talking about like spiritualism and stuff like that. The legend of like the spirit fox. So that's one of the things that Tagashi uses to put in, just relate Japanese culture back to the anime. So that's another thing that I thought that was pretty cool. But Kurama's one of those characters that he always has something up his sleeve. He's a master tactician. He always has moves planned ahead. And he probably already knows the moves you're going to make whenever it comes to battle, whenever it comes to like fighting or anything like that. So that's why he's an expert at planning his moves anytime he goes into a fight.
He's like I said in previous videos, he's just one of those characters that you don't really worry about. He's going to get the job done. He's going to get it done. The only time he's lost is he didn't actually lose. You know what I mean? Like, that's
yeah. So Jimmy Grimm's referring to the time where they fight in the Dark Tournament when he's fighting Karasu in the last battle against Team Tagoro, where Karasu basically goes ham on this guy, throwing all kinds of bombs at him, and then Kurama becomes Yoko Kurama. He turns into his demon self. And at the end of the fight, Kurama uses one last attack to beat Karasu, kills Karasu, but due to default, Kurama actually loses because he was on the ground too long before he got back up. So Karasu is completely dead, but he still wins the fight.
Like, that's great.
How do you?
Because no one on Team Urameshi lost the entire tournament other than Kuwabara. And I'm like, they gonna really do that to my boy Kurama. Give him the fight, bro. Give him I don't count that as a loss. He won in my eyes.
Oh, that's That was I mean that was crazy on the committee's half, but or whoever was calling the fight. But hey, man, rules are rules, I guess. But he did his job. But honestly, a lot of things that I see about Kurama, he's one of the few characters on the team that's not really braggadocious about his powers. Like he knows what he can do. He knows what he's capable of. So he's not one of those that said like, "Oh, I'm the most powerful. You know, I can do this, that, and I'm ready to fight anybody."
Now that you think about it, like I think about it, and you bring that up, it's true. Because you got Hiei and Yusuke are kind of like they are super powerful, and they can gloat about it, but they can also back it up. Then you got Kurobara, but Kurama is really like the calculated. He's the most analytical person in the group, of the main characters at least. He's very calculated, analytical, and he's not really braggadocious. He's very humble. Would you say he's the most humble of the group?
He has to be. He really has to be, because he literally uses enough force to get basically get the job done, to just take care of what he has to take care of. He doesn't go overboard. You know what I'm saying? His moves are always planned out. But he's one. He's that guy, honestly.
And he's easily the smartest person in the group too.
Oh yeah, but he has all that. He has so many years of experience. You have to take into account that he came from Demon World, legendary bandit, king of thieves. And basically he has all that experience of battling, basically rivaling the most powerful demons in Demon World.
Yeah,
and basically after, I mean, I guess as the story goes, he was attacked by one of the by someone who was under King Yama, and he had to escape the human world, and he basically took the form of a human child, Suichi Menamino, and then later on grew up to become Kurama.
Yeah, dude, yeah, he's one of those characters in anime, like when Yu Yu Hakusho has the stereotypical characters. You got Yusuke, the protagonist, arrogant at times, very good fighter, not that smart though. He's not dumb, but just he's not really book smart. He's street smart. Hiei, the nemesis turn, the foe turned friend, the nemesis turned friend. Kurobara, the heart of the team, but then Kurama, like could you say the brains of the team? I don't know what to call him. Like, and who would you compare him to in modern anime? Like, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head.
Who would I compare to modern anime? That's a oof.
Yeah. Oh, obviously Hunter x Hunter has
You thinking of hair?
I forgot his name. Blonde hair dude.
You said blonde hair dude?
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter. Hold on.
Oh, Kurapika.
Yes, Kurapika. Yes,
I don't know. I don't know, for some weird reason I thought you said My Hero Academia, and my mind went there.
I probably did say that.
No. You said Hunter x Hunter. You said Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only. I can't really think of many characters like him in modern anime.
Yeah, I mean, because both Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho created by
they're made by the same person.
Tagashi. Yeah. So it would be. Yeah, it would be kind of that he drew the parallel between Kurama and Kurapika. But I think that's one of the only ones you can compare. I mean, there's probably others that we're just forgetting. Yeah,
off the top. But yeah, he's just one of those characters. He's a very unique character. I can't say that. I was going to say he's not. I don't know many people whose favorite character is Kurama. But I was just looking at a poll, and in two of the polls that they have favorite popularity of the characters, Hiei was number one in both, but then Yusuke was number 2 in one, but Kurama was number 2 in the other. So they flip flop in the polls.
Ah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so he's popular. But I just don't know. I personally don't know anyone that would say, "Oh, my favorite character is Kurama."
It's Kurama.
Yeah.
So when I think about it, I like his attacks, because to me he always has something that you haven't seen. So I mean, he's got the rose whip. He's got that one plant that can basically eat you. He's got a plant. The one attack that really like took me like left my jaw like dropped to the floor was when he was fighting Gourmet, who in the cave when it turned out to be Elder Tagoro who had taken over his body. He had the called the sinning tree. Basically, it was that tree that once it hooks onto you, it projects those images into your brain.
He put that boy out of commission.
Oh my god! I was like, "This you had this the whole time?"
I know, like, why you didn't use this? But he never needed to.
Well, the interesting thing is this: that when he became Yoko Kurama again, whenever he reverted back to his human self actually became more powerful because of those lasting effects from him becoming Yoko Kurama. So that's why he was probably able to bring out some old attacks he hadn't used in probably 1,000 years or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Like, to me, Kurama is probably one of the most definitive characters, not only in the show, but in all of anime.
Yeah, I agree. And the Yu Yu Hakusho has a lot of those characters. Yeah, they have a lot of those characters. The staples in anime for like, you got the younger generation that doesn't really know a lot about Yu Yu Hakusho, but to our generation and older, for those who don't know, we're both in our 30s. Yu Yu Hakusho is a stable anime, and each character has their own popularity in their own way. Like I'm a Yusuke fan, but I also love Kurama and Hiei. And Kurobaru's, I can't really pick a favorite because I love Kurobaru too. It's really hard, bro. It's really hard to choose between some of these characters at times for me.
Because you like something from each one of them. Yeah, but like we were saying, I just love the genius of Kurama. The fact that he's always keeping calm and finding ways to get through the situation. Like everybody else, they'll probably freak out, but in the way that Kurama thinks is he'll take the time, he'll plan the moves ahead, and then when he knows he got you beat, he'll do it humbly. He won't, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I know I beat your ass, but he'll just be like, nah, man, I got this. And he's cutthroat. Oh my god! I think his first fight in the Dark Tournament when he was fighting that one demon who threatened to he had his demon brother or something fall on his mom, and then Kurama found a way to out trick him, and then the dude was like, once he was about to get killed by Kurama, the dude was like, "Oh, don't you believe in mercy?" And Kurama was like, "No," and then he killed him. I was like, bro,
you can't play with somebody's mom like that, bro.
I was like, bro, he's cold blooded, man. Yeah, you don't play about Kurama's mom. That's one thing I learned. You don't play about Kurama's mom, bro.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's like crazy? You would think like the cutthroat person is Hiei, but Kurama is actually, I think, the most cutthroat person in the group. Like he doesn't play any games.
Well, he takes his emotions out of it. That's probably like. I don't know if you'd say like the most manly. He may be like when you think about it. I mean, even though he's seen as feminine, he may be the most manly character on the team because he takes his emotion. He just gets the job done. He doesn't none of this extra BS. He just this is what I need to do. This is how I'm gonna do it, and this is gonna be the end result.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's about his business, bro.
Man, he really is. He don't got time for the foolishness, man.
Yeah, bro. What was the saddest part? The saddest, I think, the hardest, one of the hardest episodes for me to watch was a kid named Game Master. What was that kid's name?
Game Master. I think his real name was Amanu. Yeah, Game Master. Yeah. But yeah, that
was hard to watch because I think Kurama knew what was going to happen, but he knew he had what he had to do. So that was really hard to watch. But this is another. You could tell he has a heart. He has a heart. And I don't think he likes to hurt humans either.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he doesn't like to hurt humans. From what I noticed. I can't think of an episode where he's, other than the Sensui, that he will probably try to hurt a human. For like, seriously,
try to hurt a human.
Like, go out his way to, unless he's defending himself. So, shout out to Kurama, man. Overall, a great character, underrated character. For those of you who haven't watched Yu Yu Hakusho, aren't familiar with it, go back and watch it. And it's got some great characters, man.
Oh, yeah. honestly. One thing that popped out to me when I was rewatching some Yu Yu Hakusho episodes is Kurama's actually the last character you get to see fight out of the team, because you don't get to see him really go into battle until like he fights Genbu the Stone Beast in the Beast of Maze Castle, and that's almost towards the end of season 1. And you've already seen Kuwabara fight, you already seen EA fight, obviously, and obviously you already seen Yusuke, but you don't see Kurama fight till they fight the Beast of Maze Castle. So I'm like, that's why you always anticipate like what he could really do.
He doesn't go out his way to fight. If he can handle it peacefully, he will. You know what I mean? If he could stop the problem before it's a problem, he will. But once it gets to that point, he will kill you. He will kill you if he has to. So, like, just the overall, man, like some of his abilities, man, astral projection, energy concealment, flight. I didn't know he could fly.
Well, he has that. So he has that. When he became Yoko Kurama, he has that little that plant that like it looks like a butterfly wings, but yeah, he's able to glide through the air. When they were fighting Sensui, when they first got back to Demon World. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Super speed, teleportation. I mean, yeah. Obviously, his transformation. So yeah. Kurama's overall, like you said, very smart, analytical, calculated, level-headed. I think he's the brains of the group, the brains of the operation. He's a character that you can depend on. There's never been a situation where I didn't think Kurama will pull his own weight.
Oh yeah, but you get to see like so when they go talking about the Three Kings arc and basically they go in his past and how he had his relationship with Yomi and basically him being a legendary bandit and how he was able to take over territories and basically just rob whoever he had to rob. And as the story goes, he cut ties with Yomi because Yomi was foolishness, and he basically betrayed Yomi and had some dude attack him. But in that part of the story, you kind of see like him as more like cold and just not really like caring about anybody else, especially someone who's going to mess up what he's trying to get done. But then later on, like we say, when he does become a human, he learns about compassion. He learns about caring. He learns about how to take care of people, and basically he learns how to just be a better person. And that's one of the reasons why we draw those parallels and we say that Kurama saw the better side of humans. He didn't just see him as like, oh, they just did the opposite of me, so I have to kill him. No, he saw the good in humans through his mother, and that's another thing that really like stands out to me about Kurama.
Yeah, he was raised by a single mother, right? It's just his mom. I don't think.
His dad. I think his dad had passed earlier on or something like that.
Yeah, so that's why I think his mom was a really good person too. She raised him well. Mm-hmm. That's why you're right, absolutely right. It's a soft spot for humans just because he got to see the good side of humans. And I think I wish did him and Sensui ever have a conversation about this? I feel like they could have ended what they had with the conversation. If Kurama's a demon that sees the better side of humans, good of humans, when Sensui's a human and he sees the bad things in humans. Yeah, so if they could have just had that conversation, bro, that could have been,
That's actually a really good point. If they could have just sat down and just discussed certain things and how they feel, and like I think Kurama could have brought him to the light and kind of like show him like, listen, the video that you saw, Chapter Black, is a one-sided argument of all the atrocities of humanity. But there is good in people, and there's good in people, and like he could have used his mom as an example, just like the kindness that she showed him, the love that she showed him as a mother should. Even though, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, it'd have been nice, but I don't think Sensei I don't think he would have been trying to hear it. He had his mindset, bro.
He was like, man, these people got to go.
He saw one video and said, that's it. That's it, bro.